Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya talks with Swami Vivekananda by Sri Sharat Chandra Chakravarty, one of the greatest household disciples of Swami Vivekananda. Continuation of section 32, page number 290. The disciple. Swamiji, how then is it true that the Ishvara is an almighty person? Swamiji replies, man is man insofar as he is qualified by the limiting agent of mind. Through the mind, he has to understand and grasp everything, and therefore, whatever he thinks must be limited by the mind, by the manas. Hence, it is the natural tendency of man to argue from the analogy of his own personality, the personality of Ishvara, God. Man can only think of his ideal, Adarsha, as a human being. When buffeted by sorrows in this world of disease and death, man is driven to desperation and helplessness. Then he seeks refuge with someone, relying on whom he may feel safe. But where is that refuge, that shelter to be found? The omnipresent Atman, which depends on nothing else to support it, is the only refuge, is the only shelter. At first, man does not find that. When discrimination and dispassion, viveka and vairagya arise in the course of meditation and spiritual practices, man comes to know it. But in whatever way he may progress on the path of spirituality, everyone is unconsciously awakening the Brahman within him. But the means may be different in different cases. Those who have faith in the personal God Ishvara have to undergo spiritual practices holding on to that idea. If there is sincerity, through that will come the awakening of the lion of Brahman within. The knowledge of Brahman is the only goal of all beings, but the various ideas are the various paths to it. Although the real nature of the Jiva is the Brahman, still, as he has identification with the qualifying adjunct of mind, he suffers from all sorts of doubts and difficulties, pleasure and pain. But everyone from Brahma down to a blade of grass is advancing towards the realization of his real nature, and none can escape the round of births and deaths until he realizes his oneness with the Brahman, his identity with the Brahman. Getting the human birth, when the desire for freedom becomes very strong, and along with it comes the grace of a person of realization, then man's desire for self-knowledge, Atma-jnana, becomes intensified. Otherwise, the mind of men given to lust and wealth never inclines that way. How should the desire to know Brahman arise in one who has the hankering in his mind for the pleasures of family life, for wealth and for fame? He who is prepared to renounce all, who, amid the strong current of the duality of good and evil, happiness and misery, is calm, steady, balanced, and awake to his ideal, alone endeavors to attain to self-knowledge, to attain to Atma-jnana. He alone, by the might of his own power, tears asunder the net of the world, and breaking the barriers of Maya, emerges like a mighty lion. Nirgachati Jagajjalat Pinjaradiva Kesari. Nirgachati Jagajjalat Pinjaradiva Kesari. He emerges like a mighty lion. To be continued. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.